Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Wine and
It get gooder and gooder and gooder and gooder. All right, I'm gonna tap into your knowledge today. I don't have any knowledge. Yes, you do. We all got knowledge. Let me not just incriminate myself in the condition of my iPad
Oh
holder.
my goodness! Hallelujah! Hallelujah!
My iPad holder is very despicable. If I can get it out. Why? When it falls out easily any other time. Don't judge me. Yeah. Okay.
She didn't even let it come into camera view. She just said, "Shoink."
Yeah, I can't show y'all that, unless someone wants to donate to us a little bit. I doubt that y'all
Please.
want to donate to that. That's something that's just so trivial,
Okay, donate. Donate.
I am going to give you a word, Nikita, before we uncork and unwind.
Ooh, we're doing word association. Yes.
More like definition.
Oh, okay.
Have you ever heard of the word phubbing?
I have not. Phubbing. Snubbing. Okay, it reminds me of snubbing.
Okay.
So to snub means to like brush somebody off. You snub somebody. Phubbing. Phubbing also sounds like flubber. No? No, we're not there? Okay. You can't tell me it's a lie. Tell me it does not sound like flubber.
That's
Phubbing,
not where my
flubber.
brain went, to be
Oh,
honest.
really?
No.
Where does your brain go?
My brain has a little bit of the snubbing part, but
But not the flubber.
not the flubber. You ready?
Wait, Thumbing. Oh, that's all I got.
All right. Let's uncork.
Oh shit. And unwind. You're not even gonna tell me what it is.
Nope.
Okay, estoy listo.
I'm gonna give you another chance to take a stab at it.
Estoy listo.
All right. Phubbing, by definition, is AKA
Also known as
phone snubbing.
Oh, so I was close.
You're close. You're
I
very,
was
very close.
Okay. Snubbing.
Yep.
Phone. Okay, wait, stop. Phone snubbing.
Yep.
Well, phone snubbing. Snubbing again is like you're snubbing someone, so it doesn't even sound like.
So
a
let
real
me
word.
let me paint the picture. In the world that we live now, everything is social media, right?
It's annoying. But yes.
So it correlates with our addiction to our phones and the social media that is at our fingertips. So when you are somewhere, you're present, but you're not present. Don't look at me like that. Think about it. You're present, but you're not present.
You mean how these little kids are?
Yes. They're here, but they're not here. Like, they are amongst their friends, but they're not amongst their friends.
Okay. So this is, I have an example then.
Okay.
So the example is we have a whole bunch of kids here who are here at the studio. They're here together at the studio, but they all have their iPads out playing Roadblocks together. Same thing?
No.
Okay. Oh, okay.
No.
So explain.
Okay. So it's a shift in how people interact with each other, right? So a perfect example of it is you're out with friends.
I'm out. I'm chilling. Got my drink.
And let's say it's about 6 people.
Okay.
2.5 people are fully engaged in a conversation. The rest are scrolling through their phones. They're mindlessly listening.
First off, how is it 2.5 people? Okay.
Yeah, I say 2.5 because you always have that one person who jumps in and out.
Okay. So 6 people chilling, drinking hands.
Yeah, food, whatever, tapas, whatever.
2.5.
2 are really in the conversation. One keeps interjecting in and out, and the other 2 are literally just,
Doom scrolling.
I'm sorry, the other 3. The other 3 are doom scrolling. And every now and then you'll have one of them pop in. So
like,
yeah, 2.5.
Yeah, girl, I get you.
Yeah, so like a 2.5, right? So like every 2 are deeply in the conversation, and then the other 4, every now and then they intermingle, come back and forth in the conversation.
That is phubbing.
That is phubbing, right? It says, this studies show that nearly half of people, about 46%, say they've been phubbed by friends, partners, whatever it is. And it's widespread, with some groups reporting rates as 88%. more popular with couples. I think I've mentioned it before.
Wait, so I mean, you and I went out the other day, right?
Yeah.
There was a couple that was sitting behind us.
Oh, I didn't even pay attention. Give me the juice.
Not the juice.
Give me the juice.
There's no juice, right? But there was a couple sitting behind us. And they were an older couple. So I would say they were like late 40s, early 50s. That's
Okay.
the vibe they were giving.
Mm-hmm. Gen Z, Gen X.
I don't know.
Gen X.
Sure. But they were like this. They were sitting like here, right?
Looking at each other?
No. They weren't even talking to each other. They were on the phone just like this. They weren't even making eye contact with each other.
So,
and they sat like that for at least 5 minutes.
So I will say this. There are times, depending on...
Oh, wait. And I have to just preface. The menu is not on the phone. The menu was a physical menu.
Yeah, it was. It was actually the placemat.
Yes. Okay, so I just wanted to preface that there was no reason for them to be looking at their phone like that.
Yeah. So, I mean, I will say this. There are times where Dre and I, when we go out, we're either fully enthralled, we're halfway enthralled, or we're fully phubbing.
Okay.
I think the phubbing part comes from we're also at a space where we're comfortable in our silence with each other.
Absolutely, yes.
And that's probably where they were.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay,
you know what I mean?
Okay, when you say it like that, that makes sense.
I worry for phubbing when you're newly in a relationship. Because then what foundation are you building if you can't hold a conversation with the person?
There is no foundation.
Yeah.
So I will say that Ibrahim and I make him put his phone down.
Okay.
Like when we're out to dinner, especially if we haven't had a date night in a while, you don't need your phone. And the only reason my phone may be up where I can see it is because a class is happening here at the studio.
Okay.
But besides that, my phone will also be face down and I'm not paying attention to it.
Okay.
He definitely will phub me. For sure. And I will definitely phub him. For sure. But like in those moments when it's been 3 months and we haven't had a date night, nah, put your fucking phone away and pay attention to me. That's literally what I say. Nah. Pay attention to me. I deserve all the attention. Then he goes, yeah, you right. And puts the phone away. Why I gotta tell you that, homie? But yes. So, I mean, it does happen.
Yeah, I mean,
does. Happens with friends.
It happens with friends. I think it's just a matter of it's one thing. Let's say like you do it for a small portion of the time that you're with the people, but if you're doing it from the time that you sit down to the time you leave and have to pay the bill,
that's a problem.
Like, what kind of basis of a conversation are you having?
You're not having a conversation. What are you talking about?
Can't be talking about much unless it's like you found like how earlier we were sitting and you're like, oh, such resigned from da 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 da, and I'm like, yeah, like, and then it starts the conversation. That's right. One thing.
No, but what if you're just sitting there and you're just scrolling and then you're like, oh look, or not even what I can't stand is that we're scrolling and we're sitting together on the couch and we're sitting in our silence comfortably, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we're scrolling. And you decide to send me 4 fucking reels in a
sitting right next to me.
Show me the reel. Show me the reel. Be like, hey, babe.
That's because neither one of y'all want to move off from the positions where you are.
No, I will. If you want to show it to me, I will come. Don't send it to me. Yo, actually,
yeah, I can't tell you how many times I've said to Dre, I'm like, what did you send me now?
And why? I'm sitting right here. I'm
laying right next to you.
I'm laying next to you.
Right next to you.
Show it to me. So I'll be honest, he does that, and I'm like, I'm not looking at it. If you want me to see it, show it to me now in person. Maybe I'm extra, but I hate that.
No, I mean,
pet peeve.
We get both, and that's how. Remember, I told you he showed me something on his phone, and it was she had the beautiful apple bottom. I'm like, damn, my ass is nice. Remember, that was when we were laying next to each other. And then there's other times where he just sent it to me, and I'm sitting right next to him, and I'm just like, what did you send me?
I'm sitting here. Just show me.
So. Phubbing, right?
Yes, back to topic. We're here.
So I have a question for you. Has social media made us less social or just
less
differently connected?
Less.
Let me get your theory on this.
So it's always when I'm out to
I just want you to know I'm freezing, guys. I'm always cold. If you don't know, if I'm not cold, I'm burning up.
I want to say you were
There's
not.
no in between. There's no in between.
The way that you just said that,
the curse of Perry.
I was like, that's a lie. She is not
freezing.
always
I'm like,
cold.
want to just like curl up in the blanket. Okay, sorry.
Mind you, she got the heat on her too. I'm ready for her to just disrobe me like I'm hot. Focus. So it's always when I'm out to eat that I notice it, because I be people watching when I go out to dinner.
Oh, I love people watching.
So I was out to dinner. This was a while ago, maybe like a year ago now, a year and a half. I was out to dinner with Ibrahim.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Glad it was Ibrahim.
It was Ibrahim, because he and I then talked about the thing that happened. We're sitting at a table meant for 2. And the table next to us is a table meant for 6.
Okay.
All of a sudden, a group of teenage girls walk in. No, it was a mix. It was boys and girls.
Okay.
They walk in and they're teenagers. They're either 8th graders or freshmen, right?
8th graders are not teenagers, but go ahead. No, yeah, they are. Never mind.
Okay.
Blasphemous.
So he and I were having our conversations, because it's one of those where we had to put our phone down and talk to each other because it's been a while.
Mm-hmm. Reconnecting.
Yes.
I want to connect to you. Go ahead.
Here is the group of 6. They did that for the whole time.
So it was a silent table?
They ordered their food. Then they ate their food. I think I heard that one of them say, "Oh yeah, Mrs. So-and-so is so mean."
And that was it.
Basically. Like, maybe I heard 2 more things being said.
You know, when you say that, it kind of like gives me hope for the kids that you foster here, and I say that in a good way.
Our kids are anomalies.
They have to be, because they are like
all the time in class.
And even outside of class, even with their phones, they may like huddle over one person's phone, and they'll like,
but they're talking
to each other.
Yes. I agree. Our kids are anomalies, and I will accept that. And I love the fact that they do talk to each other. But also, you didn't see. So like, there are times where they will all get in the car,
and you will hear nothing.
I'll hear silence.
Yeah.
They're all on their phones.
That's how it was. I will say this is true, because I mean, and I fall, and you know, we fall victim to the things that we talk about also, because
of course we do.
I'll be in the car and Mimi will take my iPad and I want to be listening to my book, and Nella has her beats on her head. And so it's just like everyone, we're together, but we're all in our own little zone, even at home. Andre's playing his video games. I'm doing whatever I'm doing, probably editing or something. Probably editing. And then the girls are left to their own devices. So like, but we also make a conscious effort when we are together, like when those rare moments where all 4 of us are, me, are home together, and we sit at the table and we sit together and eat. My little one is the first one to say, "So let's talk about our day." You know, so
she's
like,
so cute. I can't say it.
It's you gotta. That's a balance right there. I'm not saying it's a perfect balance, but it's a balance. But to have your life in that's just how you interact with the people. Like when I say loved ones, I'm talking about your friends too. That's a little.
Listen, I just don't understand, because the kids do it here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Me and you are sitting together. Take your iPad.
Take my iPad? I have my phone.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
And I have my iPad, and we're playing Roblox together. You're sitting right the fuck there.
But you can't play it on the same thing together.
Why don't you play cards? Why don't you play something else?
I concur.
Why do I need to have a device to play with you? Why can't we play hide and go seek, which they like to fucking do? Why can't you go do something else?
Because they're getting the high from the electronic. There was a study on it. I don't recall who did it, but there is a study about the addiction to, not necessarily the device, but that's because that's one level of addiction,
mm-hmm.
but the addiction to Roblox.
Throw it away. I need them. So when your little one comes up and she's like, "Can we play cards?" Sure. You want to play Bop It? Absolutely.
That's because she knows that she's got no one else, because the kids that she would be playing with, they're not available.
I don't care. Come play with me. Sure. Can we play the memory game we played? Absolutely. Do you want to go over the quizzes that we did last week? Sure. Get the little thing and I'll quiz you. I gotta find questions that you would know, but sure, bring it on. Why? You are in person with me. Talk to me in person. And that's old school. And I know that it's old school.
But they need that.
Because, like, don't get me wrong. When you and I are separate, never mind. When it's somebody else and we're separate, I don't need to talk to you. You absolutely can fucking text me. You don't need to FaceTime me. You don't need to send me a voice note. You can text me. I hate being on the phone.
She does. And I really, really try hard not to call her. But when I do, it's something I can't type because it's just too much.
Right. But there's also very few and far in between people that I'm happy to talk on the phone with. You are one of them.
Okay.
We didn't get there at first, but we are there now. And I'm so happy we are. But again, very few and far in between people do I like to talk to on the phone. And if I'm talking to you on the phone, it's because I really need something and I need it now. Besides that, catch you when I see you. I'm just saying. I'll text you any day of the week. Was that on topipic? No.
It was.
Because I'm not gonna phub. I'm gonna sit there and talk to you in person. I'm like the kids.
Yeah. Cause even like how we went out to eat the other day, I had initially started, I was like, and I apologize, I initially started being on the phone.
I pressed it by accident.
Oh. I initially started being on the phone, but as soon as I got what I needed to get out the way, I got it out the way. And I don't think we touched our phones until I was ready to pay.
Sure. No, I don't remember. I know we just talked.
Woman.
Yeah, correct. What you said was accurate. I don't know. We was just talking. I don't know.
But that's what I'm saying. And I don't know if it's
who you're with.
Generational too.
It's definitely because God forbid first off, growing up, I couldn't have a book at the table. I couldn't have music at the table. I had to be present at the table and interact with everyone at the table. Otherwise, I'd get a licking. I
didn't have that experience.
I did. That was my experience. So, my
face is itchy. Have you noticed somebody scratching it?
I did.
I hope I'm not having an allergic reaction to nothing. Well, you guys will see it alive, as it grows on my face.
We got Benadryl if you need it. Okay. And it's a pill Benadryl, not a liquid one. I don't like the liquid syrups. Anyway. So, I forgot my vitamins this morning. Anyway,
noted.
So, that's how my brain does all the connections. Scary place. So, growing up, there was no music playing in the background. If we had music while we were cooking, the music went off.
What? Why?
No, there was no music. You don't sing at the table. And I was quick to sing, so that's why we turned it off. Because of me. It's because of me.
Oh.
Because of me.
Oh. Well, and that was something that was new to me too. Remember the habits that you create when you're creating a family. Yes. That's the first time I've ever heard that. Well, you're the second person I heard to do that. Andre is the kids will start humming. He's like, just looking at, singing at the table. I'm just like, what? What are you talking about? We're at the table having fun. We're being ourselves. He's like, no singing at the table.
There's no singing at the table.
I don't understand that.
Because you're supposed to be talking.
But he doesn't talk. If it's not the kids forcing the conversation out, he'll sit there and then he'll walk away. And it's like, dude.
No, my mom would talk at the table. So my table was always full of conversation. My mom would talk at the table, talking to my brother. My uncle was always talking to something about somebody. My grandfather was quick to do a joke at the table. My table always had conversation. Always.
So I'm gonna pivot. So when you had your friends come over, did you ever have friends come over to hang out? Caribbean household. No, you didn't. Every once in a blue moon, there had to be at least one friend that came over.
They did randomly.
Right. So, given context,
did they come and eat?
No. Not necessarily eating, because phubbing doesn't necessarily have to happen in the food setting, but it was an example given.
Okay.
The reason why I bring this up is because a couple of weekends ago, my nephew had a friend over, and I noticed. Yes, they were hanging out, but one was playing the video game while the other one sat and was in their phone. And I was just trying to process.
Were they talking to each other?
No.
That's weird.
And this is what I was trying to process. I know.
How are you hanging out? What are you doing?
But to them, they were.
Okay.
My nephew was holding space for his friend. Oh, the other one never went up. My nephew was holding space for his friend. They were hanging out, and I'm sure every now and then they had some words exchanged, but okay. Normally in the past, you would hear him and his friends, and you would hear them talking loud and laughing and whatever. But this particular friend, it was I barely knew the person was there if I didn't see him pass by to use the bathroom.
So, is the question for me, how did I interact with my friends when they came over?
The question is wondering if it's a do you see the difference then versus now in how you interact with your friends? And yes,
For
to
me-
some extent, yes, it's going to be true because there's a lot of things that didn't exist back then that exist now. But in terms of how you guys interact,
Like me personally,
yes.
do I see a difference? So, hold on. Let me go in the archives real quick.
I already have my answer.
Okay, tell your answer.
So I've thought about how many times I have hung out with Nikita, and even though the phone was there, we've always made a point to put the phone away and still be present and have conversations. And when I say that, it's not, and it's one of those things. It's not like I haven't heard some of the stories before, or we haven't had these interactions before, but we key like it's never happened before.
So,
because I'm thinking about the trip to the vineyards, right, and how we key the whole ride back and forth, right, and we keyed at every stop that we made. Recorded an episode. Like, we have things to talk about.
we do, right?
And then look how this past week, how many times did we go eat and have and kiki?
First off, mind your business. I felt the judgment through the iPad. How many times we went to go eat? Mind your business. We had fun.
But we keyed every time. I mean, yes, the phone was there, but it wasn't something that we had to look to be able to fill a void of space.
No. So, I agree. As I'm sitting and I'm thinking, like, childhood to now.
Yeah.
No, I feel like I was always just present with my friends because we were doing something. Even when we were watching a movie, like, I remember vividly be like, yo, you remember that bitch at school? Like, just talking about something in the moment still. And I will also say that hanging out with friends now versus then, one, food is always still a priority.
Yep. Always in the center.
But two, it's still very much one for me where I'm still doing new things. Like,
right.
How I used to make sure that I was out and about with friends back in the day. I'm still trying to make sure that I'm still out and about with friends today. Whether it's going to new places, trying new things, all those things, that's still the same things I do today. So I will say it hasn't changed for me. What I will say is I find it interesting seeing kids now. So I'm however age I am, but I have a cousin who's roughly 10 to 15 years younger than I am.
Okay.
So I babysat her.
Recently?
No, when she was growing up.
Okay.
So, like, when she was, I would compare her to when she was
Sorry, guys.
13, 14. No, when she was 10, and I was babysitting her, 10, 11-ish. And seeing her interact with her friends and thinking about how I interacted with my friends, vastly different.
Right.
Vastly different. Because they were okay sitting like this with an iPad.
So I'm gonna throw in
talking to each other.
I'm gonna throw in another mix for you. So we talked about how we grew up in interacting. Mm-hmm. You've mentioned your cousin and how she interacts.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give you the perspective of how I'm seeing my daughter.
Which one, big or small?
Both.
Okay.
They will happily be on, and it's the equivalent of what we used to do, but now they can physically see their friends through video chat, right? They will be in a huge video chat group together. And there's like multiple conversations going on in one. It's like, how y'all know who y'all talking to?
First off, I hate that.
Right? But then they will also go to the next level where they'll be on a full chat together and they'll all be locked in on Roblox together.
No.
My thing is, can't you talk to the person through Roblox?
I thought so.
I thought so too. But it's the equivalent of like men when they put their headphones on.
Which I've also done.
Their headset, not headphones, sorry. Their headset on and play their games.
Yes.
With
people.
Right, with other people.
Yes.
It's the equivalent, but they're on two different devices doing it.
Why? First off, why do you need to be on two different devices? One. But two.
Because not everyone has, some people have Android and some people have iPhone.
Fine. So I feel like where the difference is between then and now, then, yes, I've done that, right? I was a gamer. I still am a gamer. And I was definitely on the game with my headset talking to people in various locations.
Right. But you guys all could hear each other talking.
Right. First off, but it was better then versus now. So I feel like when you do it on an iPad, I can't always hear anybody. Y'all talk too much. Anyway, but it wasn't my only form of communication with friends. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I had a whole different set of friends. Let's say they were my gaming friends,
Mm-hmm.
and I only gamed with them. But at the same time, my other friends, I had outside friends that I would see tangibly, where I didn't need a stimulant for us to participate together.
Right. And this is what I'm saying. I can see it's like this, it's like a slow revert back.
But I feel like they depend on it.
They do.
Where like,
but not as bad as like where if you're sitting there, because like, I don't know. Go ahead.
So like, I didn't depend on it back then. Nowadays, it's one of those where like, I don't need to hang out with Denise. I'm just gonna call her on FaceTime. So then I don't need to see her.
Okay.
No, I need to go see my friend.
Right.
I need to go knock on her door and be like, "Hey, Miss Johnson, can she come out to play?" Yeah, there ain't none of that. There's none of that.
No.
They depend on the technology to talk to your friends. But then on top of talking to their friends, then they're just sometimes sitting in silence, not even talking.
I've done that though.
No.
So I've done that. I do that with Dre sometimes in the morning after we drop off the kids.
Mhm.
Well, I drop off the kids. We just stay on the phone. Like he just does the drive with me. And I know that's partly because we're two ships sailing in the night. So this is our one time to just like be together. Even though it's just like I'm listening to him click click clack on the on the keyboard while he's working.
Can he type?
Not the way I type.
Okay, sorry.
And me just, you know, just being the fact that okay, he's awake. I can talk to him. I can tell him anything. And there are maybe like 80% of the time we are catching up. Okay, this is going on. This is going on. This is going on. And other times, right? But no, sometimes there's just no talking. We're just driving. I'm just driving in silence, but I just can see him on the phone.
Okay,
he can't see me because I have the thing plugged in.
So you should unplug it. Anyway,
no, Apple CarPlay.
Yeah, you need
it automatically disconnects the camera because you're not supposed to be
correct.
Yeah,
you should disconnect it so you can see him. Anyway, so my example. Yes, I fully understand, and that makes sense. My example, I'm going to use your little one as an example. She was here on Friday.
Speak of the devil.
Dang, it's like she knew we were talking about her.
Hello. Hi, Mimi. I don't know. Why are you chewing so hard? Why are you chewing so hard? I'm not at the salon. Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh. Hey, big person. What are you eating? Come back.
She's eating that pasta.
No, what are you eating? That's what they thought they were. Are they good? Ooh, get girl, get it.
Can I call you guys back because we're in the middle of recording? So right now they can hear the whole conversation.
That is beautiful.
Say hello, world.
Hello, world. Go ahead. Look at you. See your iPad. Your iPad. Say hello, world.
We love you, world. I'm coming soon, world. I'm coming soon.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
And there goes the accessibility.
Literally. So I'm talking your little kid, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was a Friday evening. There was someone her age here. Don't ask me who, I don't remember, but she was playing with somebody.
That's why she loves coming on Fridays, just so you know.
That's fine. But then she had her iPad. And there were people on the iPad.
Mm-hmm.
She wasn't talking to them.
That sounds about right. And I have to tell her, what are you doing? Like, you're just...
That's what I mean. Like, when I say that they're just there to be there.
Right.
You are in a whole different setting.
Conversation.
Whole different conversation. Playing physically in the physical world. But you got people on the iPad.
And they have to wait. Is that... Now, would you categorize that as phubbing?
Yes, I would. Because you are ignoring them.
Say I would give phubbing ignoring the live people and paying attention to the electronic people. That's what I would categorize phubbing.
Okay. I can see it too. I think that in my brain, you ignoring somebody that you don't need to ignore, so you phubbing somebody. I don't know
You
who.
phubbing snubbing?
You phubbing snubbing. Like, what is happening? Phubbing sounds like fucking. You phubbing snubbing. Listen, okay? Listen. There's just a lot happening. And maybe it's also the fact that everything is too accessible. Maybe that plays such a huge factor into this.
I don't regret. I mean, if I could have held out a little bit longer, I would have. I don't regret holding out on giving her the phone because it reminded her to be present with people.
But she still does.
She phubs.
She does phub.
She does phubs. But then there's other times where I have to
I'll be quick. If I'm driving her somewhere, put it away. You are in my car. You are talking to me.
Right.
Put it down.
There are times when I know that she's going to be with you. I was like, listen, you're going to be with a human. Be human.
Be human.
Be human. Like,
yes.
You know how much, and then it's one of those things where you don't realize how much you can learn from a person just by having the slightest spark of interest together and talking.
Talk. You can learn so much from a person.
So I had to and I think this is my last point in terms of phubbing. So obviously the little one does not have a phone, but she has
something.
She has something, but she uses it on the weekend. So I went on the field trip with her, right? Mm-hmm. And let me tell you, these little kids, boys, girls, everybody. And so she has this one friend, and when she told me about this one friend, apparently this one friend, obviously she English is not her first language. Mm-hmm. And so she's like, oh, such and such is in my class. This was in the beginning of the school year. She was so excited about this little girl being in her class.
Okay.
And she's like, I'm going to be her. And she has done this in every grade thus far. She's taking
someone under her wing.
Under her wing where she feels like, I need to protect them. I'm going to be by their side. I'm going to do it for them. I'm going to mother hen them.
Because she's so fucking big. She's all of
2 feet tall.
Yo, facts.
So the first year was a young boy who was on the spectrum. And she was the only kid that he trusted. And the only kid that gave him grace because she knew that, okay, he was a little different.
Okay.
The next year, I think it was the same little boy or another little, it was some other little kid again, right?
Okay.
So then this year, this young lady does not, according to her, she doesn't speak English.
Is Spanish her first language?
Yes.
Okay.
And she was, mind you, my daughter does not speak Spanish.
That's why.
But she was going to help her translate because she's Puerto Rican and so she knows how to speak Spanish.
Wait. Okay. Okay, not even question it. Okay.
Go on this field trip, and they gave me my daughter and 2 other kids.
Was the little girl part of?
They was like, we already know you're gonna pick her. You got to pick a boy.
Okay.
So she picked another little boy. So she grabs her hand and she's walking. She's like, we're gonna go this way. Da-da-da. And so she wants to translate for me. She goes, this is what she wants. I was like, no, let her speak. She can switch it. And come to find out, little girl understood everything that came out my mouth. Okay? She understood everything that came out of my mouth perfectly. There was a point in time where they had to do something where they had to write their name on the crayon because the Crayola factory that we went to. And she understood the prompts perfectly fine. There was an option to do Spanish. She didn't even hit Spanish. She hit English.
Wait.
Okay?
So she can read English.
She can read English.
She comprehends
it. She's shy.
Oh, so she can speak English?
But she refuses not to. She just nods and shakes. I was like, oh, you understand me perfectly fine. And she smiled. I was like, oh.
But wait.
I said, Mimi, she can answer for herself.
But wait, so I just want to put into context
and
here.
This is what I mean in terms of you can find interest just by being with someone. So Mimi thought that she needed her help, but when she learned that she didn't need her help, she was talking to her and answering for her.
But wait, I just want to put this in context here. It's March. Okay? And so she bonded with this little girl in September.
No, she bonded with her last year, but they really bonded this year.
It's March 2026. You bonded with her in September 2024. And you still saying she don't speak good English. Mimi said, "This is my friend, and I'm gonna help her. It doesn't matter if she speaks English because in my mind, she needs help, and I'm gonna give her all of the help."
Granted, in 2024, she was not probably speaking English in the capacity that she is.
But she did not adjust. And so here she is in March 2026 saying, I'm still going to help her because she still can't speak that English. And I can speak the English and I speak Spanish to translate.
She does not speak Spanish, y'all.
My daughter. But she Puerto Rican, so she can speak Spanish. Oh,
right.
I'm dead. I am dead.
Right. So she treats her a little bit like a doll. But I also saw that she pushes back on her, like, nah, because I think she was trying to we went into the store, went into the gift store. This is where I was trying to get at. Went to the gift store. We went into the gift store and I was asking what she wanted.
Okay.
Because everyone had their little pouch with their little money, the little Ziploc with their money.
Oh, like real money? Yeah. Oh, okay.
Because and so here comes my daughter. She wants this. And she looked at her. She was like, no. I was like, what do you want?
Wait, she said no.
She said no. She goes, no. She puts it back. Very soft spoken, very like, and I was like, okay, well, you bring me to what you're interested in, and what do you like? And she's looking at it, and she's like, she's hesitant. She's trying to figure out the money came to be an issue of, do I have enough?
Conversion. Okay.
I said, okay. So I did.
Wait, is she the same height as your kid? I'm trying to get in my brain.
She's a little bit taller, not by
go
much.
Go ahead.
So she picked something out, and I think she had like maybe $10, and what she wanted was $6.
So she had enough.
She had enough. So she grabs it, and I was like, which is bigger, 10 or 6? And she looks and she points to the thing like 10. She understands. She's not speaking it, but she understands. And here comes me. That's not what she wants. This is what she wants. I'm like, no, let her choose.
She got it.
Let her choose. She's got this. And I think she appreciated me because she looked at she looked at my daughter, looked at me, and smiled. And she was like, thank you for letting her know.
Oh my God. She was like, thank you, Mom. You saved me.
Right. Thank you. Thank you, Mimi's mom. And so we went, and I let all the kids, because it's like this little feeling that they get to pay for their own things. And so I gave Mimi her 10 so she could pay for her stuff. And I gave her money, took it out the Ziploc. I said, go ahead, pay for your thing. And she gave me that look like, thank you for letting me be an adult a little bit, even though they were. But,
I'm still
the only thing I paid for these kids that they didn't have to come out of, well, except for my own kid, come out of pocket was like the, like the pixie powder to the candy.
Yo, I love.
So I got each kid in my group got one.
Is this the boy in your group? Is that the one that you got the?
Yeah, I also got him something because he didn't have any money. And the way he took it like a champ. He's like, "Nah, I'm good." I was like, "It's okay. You can get something." He goes, "No, it's okay." Like almost like I'm used to this. And then when I looked at my receipt, I realized I got him the most expensive gift out of all the kids.
It's because your heart was just bleeding for the baby. It was bleeding for the baby.
He was very modest about it. I'll give him that.
I want you to know, I listened. I fully was intent in your story. I'm still cackling at Mimi. No English. It's okay. I got it. What? In my brain, that's what you did. Like that.
But that never happened.
But the little girl just accepts it. We gonna call her Luisa. Luisa just accepts it. She's Spanish. That's what my brain went.
Yeah.
Luisa said, "Okay, Mimi. Okay."
I'm waiting for the day.
Luisa one day
where she's gonna look at her and be like, "Can you stop?"
Right. she's gonna be quippy like, "Kimley, I got it. Don't worry. I can stand on my own too. You go ahead, Louisa. I can't wait. You get old, baby. You get old, baby."
I hope that doesn't change and they don't come into the era of phubbing like the older kids.
They are. So I will say, what's coming back very, very big right now? Polaroid pictures.
Yeah.
So they're getting rid of their phones and they're taking those Polaroid pictures, which I don't understand why. I don't think I want my Polaroid
They want it
pictures
right away so they can put it in lockers and keep the memento.
No. Not let's rephrase it. Not Polaroid pictures. The click cameras.
The disposable.
Thank you. Yes, the disposable ones.
A lot of 90s things are coming back retro wise.
I love it. Yes, bring it back. But listen,
I feel like I walked into the store the other day and it was Adelia's. This is completely off topic. It feels like I walked into Adelia's. And if you don't know what that is, I can't help you.
Google it. It was great. I love Delia's.
I used to hate Delia's because none of the clothes like appealed to me. And I feel like that's the clothing that's coming back in style.
Oh, well, I grew up with white people, so that's what we wore. That's what I had to wear to be cute.
Yeah.
And then I wore different things when I was in the black era. With the black.
Yeah. Well, that Aaliyah look is coming back, and that's where my daughter lives. My daughter lives in the Aaliyah.
She's been in the Aaliyah look for
Yeah.
at least a year.
Yeah, she has. Well, that's what you get when you fub your friends. Fub snub. Fub and snubbing.
Fub and snubbing. Don't fub and snub. Don't fub and snub. I like it. Just put your phone
Be
down,
present.
guys.
Sorry for yelling into
Talk
the
to your
mic. Be
friends.
present. So I was playing around with the editing last episode, and I used the podcast voice. You guys like it? It was clear. It was sharp.
It was beautiful.
It was beautiful.
We'll do it again.
I'm doing it again. We did it. We figured it out.
She figured it out. I'm just here for the ride. I'm gonna be honest. Let her have her roses. I'm just here. I thank you. You're welcome.
Stop fubbing.
Oh shit.
Stop snubbing. Be present. Be in the moment. Talk to the people at the table or on the couch. Like how you would talk to your girlfriend with a blanket over you.
On the couch. Absolutely. With a glass of wine. Like, hello. That's the vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
See you next time, Wispies.
Hi, Bissies.
Hey Wispies, thank you for joining us for another hard-hitting girl talk. If you have a topic question for us, send us a whisper at info@wineandwhispersclub.com. That's whispers with an S. See you next time, Wispies.